Welcome back to 12 Rounds of Adrenaline with Tony the Tiger Lopez. Today we have a special guest. It's a celebrity boxer, and his name is Albert Ochoa.
Yeah, and his old fighter too.
And Albert, today we're here to discuss Albert's boxing career from when it started, from where he's at, and where he wants to go. Now it's celebrity boxing, so it's still boxing, but it's not real boxing. It's celebrity boxing, and in saying that, for people that are doing it, it's still a real fight. It's not like they're not joking. They really train to go at it. And so, how long have you been doing the celebrity boxing stuff for now?
We've been training for 2 years. Yeah, 2 years now. I mean, I've had my last 3 fights, which has been good. So. And we're getting ready for another fight in June.
And what's your record now?
3-1 now.
3-1.
Yeah.
And now, what have you learned? Okay, 3-1. You lost one.
Well, I lost my very first fight. Yeah.
Okay, and so what have you learned from your very first fight to now?
I mean, everything. I mean, more on the business aspect. I mean, they called me 2 weeks in advance before. I mean, but now I know you got to train. You got to train every day. You have to take care of your body. I mean, yeah, I've learned a lot.
Now, there's a lot of people don't know this, but how much did you weigh when you first started?
205.
205?
Yeah.
And what's your weight now?
147.
That's a big transformation. You lost half of Albert's gone.
Yeah, half
that's a lot of weight. I mean, it takes a lot of work, a lot of dedication.
Yeah.
And not a lot of people can do that. And, if you think about it, because how many times a day do you work out?
Twice a day.
Twice a day. And how long is each workout?
About an hour and a half in the morning, about 2 hours at night. So, I mean, but you still got to warm up. So, I mean, if you want to consider everything, I mean, about 2.5 hours in the morning, 2.5 hours at night.
So, about 5 hours out of the day, you're working out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what it takes.
And I feel like I'm training harder than a lot of these pros here in Sacramento. I am. I mean, you've seen the work you've put me through, and it was a better and higher intensity than a lot of these pros here. Or a lot of pros in general. There's pros here that don't even fight, and they're a pro.
Yeah. Well, that's on the trainers.
Oh yeah.
But now, you said you lost your first fight?
Oh yeah.
What have you learned from your first fight to this fight? What have you learned? Why
boxing wise or business wise?
Boxing wise, and why have you won your fights since then? What are you doing different from your first fight to now?
Well, from the first fight, I mean, they called me 2 weeks notice. No one's gonna ever win. I was an opponent. I knew that. I didn't know that at the time. Now I'm an A-side fighter. I've worked hard. I've put in the work. I have the marketing aspect of it, and I've been winning just because I've been putting in the work. I'm working with world-class champions. I mean, right? You're a world champion. My other trainer's a world champion and Olympian. And yeah, we've been working, and I haven't stopped. So
what drives you to do it?
I mean, I've told you that before. I mean, it's, I have a family. I have a future family. I know I can go far, and I've been doing pretty good. I've improved a lot, and I know you can make a lot of money doing it.
So, okay, so why not? So that's the reason why you chose boxing?
I chose it because I fell in love with the sport. I wouldn't do it if I didn't love it. So,
and okay, I wrote down some questions because I wanted this to be because I want to know. Mm-hmm. I'm going to read some of the questions because I probably won't remember all the questions that I have ready for you. But okay, some of the things that some of the fans out there. What are the weight limits in celebrity boxing? How does that go?
Celebrity boxing. I mean, I think because my last fight was not a celebrity; it was some dude that had some boxing experience. I mean, we just have a lot of followers, but I mean, the weight limits is just as a real fight. I mean, it was a 4-round fight. I mean, it was any weight.
So what weight was it?
At 147.
Oh, so it was a one.
Yeah, we had to weigh 147 on the dot, and yeah, it was a weigh-ins. We did a lot, so it was
okay. And do you get paid to fight?
You know that. Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, you can get paid to fight. I mean, I get paid to fight.
so when they pay the celebrity boxers, because there's heavies, middles, and lightweights, and all different weights. Is it all the same? Is it?
No, it's not all the same. You know that too. Yeah. Well, no, it's not all the same. I think it depends on who you are. It depends on if you're winning. Depends if you're an opponent. I mean, depends on everything.
So
Yeah.
it depends on a lot. Does it matter if you're a big celebrity or
Well, yeah, the bigger name you are, the more money you'll make. But I wouldn't consider myself a celebrity boxer at this point. I feel like I am a professional. Just because I haven't had a pro debut doesn't mean I'm not a professional. I'm working out just as much as these professionals. I'm working with better trainers than a lot of these professionals, and I'm putting in more work than a lot of these professionals, whether it's here, whether it's anywhere. So, I mean, I don't consider myself a celebrity boxer anymore just because we're not fighting with headgear. We're fighting with smaller gloves. And a lot of these world-class athletes wouldn't take me serious if I was just a celebrity boxer.
So, okay. So you don't want to consider yourself a celebrity boxer, but that's what you do, though. It is called celebrity boxing.
I mean, YouTube boxing or whatever. I mean, kind of similar to what Jake Paul's doing. I mean, but it's still a professional. I consider myself a professional athlete. I think that's what
you do.
Yeah, I do. I'm putting in just as much as that.
I see. Wait, that's where the tables turn.
Okay, why do you think that?
Because you may be doing the work of you. Okay, you say you're doing the work of a professional, right?
Yeah.
And you might be. I don't know. But you're not fighting other professionals.
Correct. Okay. So wait, when you were training, were you training me? Were you training me as a professional?
Yeah.
Okay.
But watch
And
this.
was I doing the work as a professional? Because you were a professional, you were telling me.
Yeah, but for that time.
Correct. And then my opponents, yeah, they weren't real professionals, but everyone starts somewhere.
So, and you're right. So as of right now, you're not a professional fighter.
Okay.
See, that's where the tides turn. Keeping things in perspective.
Okay.
It's like an amateur fighter. You know, an amateur ain't a pro until he turns pro.
Okay.
That way, you know, you can fight other pros.
Correct.
Pros are pros because most of them have an amateur career, unless I've seen it happen.
So what's considered a professional? What am I doing that's not a professional?
You're not fighting other professionals. You're fighting. Okay.
Do you think Canelo's first fight was versus a professional? No. No, with Mike Tyson. I mean,
who was it with?
I mean, look back at it. I mean, look at Mike Tyson's first guy wasn't professional.
It wasn't. Well, who's it with?
The dude that just fought in Sacramento as a main event. That guy was what 0-40. I mean, or 2-40.
Who's that?
The dude. You were the judge, or I mean, you were there when you were sitting with Dell. I was there too with my trainer. I mean, that doesn't just like everyone starts somewhere.
You're right.
Like this is my amateur background, and until we get to
okay. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Okay, so you're telling me, okay, so okay, that's I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
You said this is your amateur type of thing.
It is.
Okay, yeah. So okay, so you're not a pro then. It's still amateurs. Okay. So that's what I'm trying to.
I'm saying as my background. This is. I mean, it is my amateur background.
This is your amateur background. That's correct. Okay, yeah, okay, that I can agree with.
But I wouldn't consider myself an amateur either because amateurs don't get paid and they don't get sponsors and they don't do a lot of that stuff that I'm doing, and it's not on TV either. So my fights have been on TV and I'm getting paid to do it. I mean, I wouldn't do it if I wasn't.
Okay, but okay, here we go. Okay, so watch. If you get in there with a pro,
okay,
totally night and day.
Okay.
I mean,
again, everyone starts somewhere.
You're right. Everybody starts with amateurs.
Your fighters right now, they're not fighting pros, right?
Well, they're not fighting at all.
But you're training them.
I'm just training them.
Yeah,
they're not fighters. Yeah. They're training.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I train people because they want to stay in shape. I train people because they want to learn self-defense.
For sure. Yeah.
Just to train. I honestly, I don't have. That's it. I just said it.
What?
I train people because for health, because they want to learn self-defense, because they want to have an upper hand. I don't train fighters because for me, unless I get a really good fighter, I don't have the time.
I know. But you were training me as a professional fighter. You weren't training me as to get in shape.
Right.
Yeah.
But look how much time it took.
Well, yeah.
I don't have the time to do that. Not for nothing. If I'm going to train a professional, he's going to be someone good, someone making big money, where I'm getting paid. Other than that, I mean, I don't have time. That's the reason why, and so that's the reason why I train these people. I do because they're not really trying to be fighters.
Yeah.
The little girl, she's trying to be a fighter, but she's little. I'm training 3 days a week. We're good.
Yeah.
She learns a lot. She does a lot. It happens for her.
Then what was the reason why you stopped training me?
You know why? You really don't want to get into that right now.
Well, no, it's just a question.
Well, okay. Then you want an honest answer?
No, what?
Do you want an honest answer?
Well, I wouldn't want you to lie. I mean,
Okay, watch.
I know the answer. We all know the answer.
Well, no, not really. But watch. I'll give you the honest answer. Because I don't train for show. What that celebrity boxing is to me, it's a show.
Okay.
It's not the show that I kind of want to do. You know, it's really not what I want to do. They're not really fighters. You know, everybody's different. It could happen. You never know. I'll never tell you. I've always told you I will never say no. I will never say you can't do it.
Okay.
I think anybody can do anything that they put their mind to it.
So did you think you left me hanging?
No.
You didn't think you left me hanging?
No.
Not at all. With no trainer, with nobody?
No, because your head got so freaking big.
My head didn't get big.
After that fight, your head got so freaking big. We couldn't even fit it in a car, dude. For real.
In a car.
I'm being honest with you.
Well, yeah.
You want to know the truth?
Well,
I'm telling you.
Well, I know. Well, if we're being honest, all you talked about was money, though.
Yeah, because you know why?
Nah,
because you know why? I'm a plumber. I own a small plumbing business. Sure. I make good money. So I lose money when I train you every single day. Hold on. Let me fit. Okay, dude. I don't do jobs at night. I do jobs at night. I do a lot of jobs at night. Okay. When people come home, their kitchen gets.
So are you missing work right now? Since you're training
not today. No, I for this show, I block out my time.
Yeah.
Okay, I block it out. Honestly, I block it out. Sundays, people really don't want to play Sunday prices either. So because plumbing's already expensive, so people really don't want to play Sunday prices. So they wait till Monday or Tuesday during the week to get it done. But let me finish what you asked me. So then I went down to Florida for a week.
Okay. Well, I think 4 days. Yeah.
No, it was a week. And so check this out. You know how much money I lost that week? I lost my ass.
Okay.
So I said, fuck, I can't do this.
Okay.
There's no way in the world I can do this. I can't do it. You know, I like to spend money. I like to live. I like to live.
For sure.
I do like to do nice things. You know, I'm not rich. I'm not none of that, but I like to do nice things. Okay. So you know, and that's the real reason why, because there's no money in it, not enough for me anyway.
Well, I'm paying the fighters you have right now. I've paid you way more than what your fighters are paying you right now.
Wait. Okay, let's go back to that.
And again. No fighter here in Sacramento or in general can pay you.
Let's go back to that again. Again, I'm not training fighters. I'm training people that want to learn self-defense.
Okay.
I'm training people because the little girl, because she's a little girl, and she's a sweet little girl. She works her butt off. So for her, I do train to fight, but I only train her 3 days a week. She's not asking for any more time. She's not asking. I'm giving her the time. She's taking the time I'm giving her. And she's happy with that.
Okay.
So for me, that's fine because I can spare that time.
Yeah.
But watch, I don't have any more time to spare.
Okay.
You know, and even then, when I have a job to do at night, I call them and say, hey, I'm not showing up tonight. Do what you guys do. Just train hard tonight. And they say, okay, coach, talk to you tomorrow. Okay. There's times I don't come for 2 days at a time because I'm busy doing work. And they're cool with that. Okay. Why? Because they're not real fighters. Or
you posted on Facebook though, like saying if you want to train with me as a fighter, I'll teach you.
Yeah, because if you want to train with me as a fighter, and I'm going to get something out of it, I'll do it.
Yeah, I know that.
I have no problem with that.
No, I know, but you just said you don't have no time.
Well, if they're paying me,
well, yeah,
I will make time.
I was paying you,
dude. What you paid me was nothing for what I lost.
What did you lose though,
dude? A week of work. Dude, I'm a plumber.
Okay.
Do you know how much plumbers make?
How much?
A lot.
Well, yeah, good money. Yeah, for sure. But I'm saying,
but because I have a bunch of, I have a truck and I have a bunch of tools that I paid about over $30,000 for. Someone's got to pay for it.
No, for sure. You know, I understand.
It's not cheap to own a business.
But I know. But on Facebook, you posted your flat rate and to train you as a full fighter. Right?
Oh, no.
And I paid you 10 times what you posted saying if you want to train with me as a fighter.
You didn't pay me. You only paid me $2,000.
What are you talking about?
You paid me $2,000.
It was not $2,000.
What'd you pay me?
it was like almost 3,000, like 2,800.
No.
Your hotel was paid for.
Well, yeah,
Everything was your
supposed
flights were paid for. You didn't have to worry about.
supposed to
So
be paid
it wasn't just $2,000 or 2,800 or almost 3,000.
No, wait. Let's get back to business, okay?
Yeah.
Now you want to talk business? Let's talk business.
Okay.
I ain't going nowhere if my flight ain't paid for.
Okay.
I'm not going to do anything if my food ain't covered.
No, for
I'm
sure.
not going anywhere if my hotel ain't taken care of.
Yeah, I know
because
that.
you're taking me to train you to do a fight.
Yeah.
But did you expect me to pay for the fight?
No one's expecting
Did you expect me to pay for
No
food?
one's expecting.
And why'd you keep bringing it up? Because that's our.
Well, no, I'm bringing it
because
because I know because you just posted like yesterday of your prices of what 150
bucks a week.
Okay, and I paid you way more than 150 bucks a week.
I'm talking 3 days.
Oh, I didn't say 3 days.
Yes, it did.
Okay.
Look at it again. It says for 3 days. What I say? 150 bucks. 150 bucks for 3 days. 3 days of my time. Hour and a half a day, 2 hours. Okay, no problem.
So that's what, like 300 bucks a week every 2 weeks, right? Or no, 300 bucks a week.
Yeah.
So 1,200 a month.
Something like that.
Right, and then a full camp is like 6 to 7 weeks. Yeah,
it's 8.
Okay.
2 months.
Okay, well, 2 months. So that's what 2,400, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, but there's a difference.
What's the difference?
I can still work during the day.
Mm-hmm.
If I have to train someone that's doing what you're doing or better, then that means for that time that they got fight mode. There's regular training and then there's fight mode training.
Yeah.
For fight mode training, I stop working, and I start worrying about the fighter. Not worrying about getting that fighter ready to go to war. That's what I concentrate on. So in order to do that, that means I have to stop working. That means I have to stop making money. Now, who in the right mind or who can afford to stop working and making money for a living just to help someone go do their job? But I can't do it. I mean, I still got to work.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I got to eat, you know? And so when someone says, you know, watch, dude, I make a pretty good living.
Yeah. So,
you know, $2,000 and how long did I train you for? 3 months?
I mean, yeah.
Was it 3 months? I made $2,000 in 3 months.
For the
that's not a living.
Okay.
That's slave wages.
Yeah.
Really is.
It was more than that, but
okay. Let's say it's 28 for 3 months.
I mean, it was more than if you include everything because someone has to pay for it.
No. Watch it. That extra of the flight, the food, the hotel, that's automatically included.
Okay.
That has nothing to do with me. That's to help you.
Okay.
That's part of your bill, not mine.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to pay for my own flight, pay for my own room to help you win a fight. That's stupid. No one even comes close to that. Doesn't even make sense for a trainer.
Well, there's a lot of fighters that
manager.
There's fighters that in the beginning of their career that can't pay someone $3,000.
Well, then guess what? They're not getting a 3-time world champion to train them.
For sure.
That's for sure.
Well, I know. You know that too. You're for like people in the beginning of the career, they can't pay thousands of dollars. In actuality,
if you're a former boxer or a world champion boxer or a top rated fighter, I'll tell you what, would you train anybody for how long did we train before you had a fight? 3 months?
Okay.
3 months. I made, let's say he says he paid me 20, including the room and the flight and all that stuff. Let's say $2,800.
It was like $4,000.
What
are you talking?
Let's say $5,000. Would you have done it for $5,000 for 3 months worth of work, skipping, working every night, 5 nights a week, leaving a week for the fight to go to a fight? So you had to leave your work, your home, all this other stuff. Would you have done that for $5,000? As a former 3-time world champion, no, I'm not doing it.
Okay. Yeah.
So and that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, it was about the money.
I mean, if you're a top rated fighter in the world and you're watching this, leave a comment. What would you do it? I mean, because if you are, call Albert. I mean,
call Albert. No. There's a lot of
there's a lot of trainers
out there for you. No, there's a lot of trainers that will definitely, because they're real trainers that love the sport no matter what.
Right.
There's trainers here in Sacramento that their fighters only making a few $100. They're not going to take.
Right, because that's what they do for a living.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a plumber. I plumb for a living.
Yeah.
So I don't have time to go watch. If I'm going to take, if someone asks me, hey Tony, I need you to train my kid for he's got a fight coming up, even if it's an amateur. Okay, but he's going to pay
for sure.
I'm not. Why? I mean, I paid for my lessons.
Yeah.
I starved myself. I ran. When days when I remember running around Windland Park 3 o'clock in the morning because I'm getting ready for a fight.
Yeah.
And everybody's still cruising. They're out having parties out. I'm pissed. I'm going, I should be out there.
For sure.
But no, I'm here. I'm running. I'm training. I'm doing all this stuff. Watch. You would not believe what I would have to do to lose that weight. Nobody. I tell people, no one believes it.
I seen it.
I stopped eating. There were times I stopped eating for 4 days at a time.
Yeah.
I didn't drink or eat anything.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? I'm still working out 3 times a day. And guess what I'm doing? I'm going to give away my weight loss secrets.
Yeah.
You put Abilene, women's that makeup stuff to take off your makeup. It's called Abilene. You rub it on your body. If you take a thing of Abilene, you do this, put it in your finger, and do that to your arm, you will sweat on that spot. I promise you. That Abilene, it will make you sweat until you take it off.
Mm-hmm.
And I put Abilene on my body. I put some leotards, not leotards, but
sauna suits.
Not the sauna suit over that. And I put the top sauna suit on, and I go run, I go train, I come back and I go train again.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was crazy. But watch, I worked my butt off for it.
Yeah.
I've had a doctor telling me, who is still my friend. He was the doctor in my ring, Stephen Barad. I remember one time we were training, he was watching me diet and I wasn't eating and I was working out. He's going, dude, he goes, you're killing your body. And I was 20 something years old, maybe 27, 28 years old. He goes, dude, all you're doing is killing your body. He goes, you can't do that. You can't train like you're training and not eat. You have to eat. I go, but dude, if I eat, I won't make the weight. I have a weight that I have to make. I signed a contract. I got to make that weight. He goes, man, you're going against everything I ever learned in medical school.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, you're not going to live past 50. He goes, your body's going to shut down at 50. He goes, I'm telling you. And I go, well, I'll worry about that. I'll worry about that when I'm 50.
Mm-hmm.
So I go on my career. He's in my corner the whole time. He's always supportive. And then into my career, he invites me over to his house one weekend. Me and my wife, we get out of the car, close the door. He's walking up and he goes, oh my God, you can walk. And I totally forgot about this. This is a true story. I totally forgot about what he said because it was years ago. And so he goes, and I go, yeah. I go, I run, walk, and do all that stuff. He goes, man, how's your health? I go, great. I'm never sick. And he goes, really? And I go, yeah. Because I still didn't remember it. And I'm going, weird. And then so he goes, oh my God. He goes, you looking good, man. He goes, you look really fit. I go, thank you. I go, I feel good. He goes, are you ever sick? I go, I'm never sick. I go, I might get sick once in a blue moon. I go, maybe once every other year. I might be down for a day or two. And I said, I'm over it. And he goes, wow. He goes, and I'm going, I'm laughing. I'm going, why all the questions? He goes, man, the way you treated your body when you was fighting. He goes, and then the minute he said that, it clicked in my head. And then he goes on, you should be in a wheelchair. He goes, man, he goes, you should write a book.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, and I go, yeah, no. And he goes, man, you did everything we learned in medical school. If we went left, you went totally right. He goes, man, you should be on your deathbed. He goes, no, I'm healthier than that. And he goes, wow. How we got on that subject, I don't know, but it's a crazy. Boxing is a crazy game to play.
For sure.
There's a lot. Why boxing for you? Why?
For me?
Yeah.
Because I fell in love with the sport. I know I can go far. I can go far. I believe I am going far. I'm doing a lot of things what a lot of people that no one's doing. I really am. Who else can say they worked with a world champion starting in the beginning of their career? Who? Yeah. Who else can say they've been traveling to fight and they're getting paid in the beginning of their career more money than most of these professionals that start this career? So.
Okay, who gets you the fights?
I do everything myself. Every sponsorship, me talking to managers, me talking to promoters. I've done everything on my own besides training wise.
So, but I'm okay. For pro boxers, you go on the internet. You go to boxrec.com.
Okay.
Everybody's record's right there.
Okay. For
what you're doing, there's no BOXER for it.
Okay.
So I'm going to say there's no BOXER. So do you hear of a celebrity going, yeah, I'm going to box on the next celebrity boxing thing? Do you hear it and go, yeah, he's my weight, I'll fight him? And who do you go to say, I want to fight this guy?
I'm going to fight this guy. Like
this fight you have right now.
Okay. And it's not on celebrity boxing. Like that word, I don't really like that word just because it's on Fight TV. Fight TV is where all these professionals around the world are fighting on.
Okay, so you're not doing the celebrity boxing thing anymore?
No, my last fight was sanctioned by the PBA. PBA is Professional Boxing Association. They're out of London. That's a real company that sanctioned the fight. They flew down. We had to do doctor.
Out of London, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's
The
not.
PBA.
So, okay.
The PBA is a real organization. They
Do you
just
have a license?
Yeah, I had to do a lot of stuff. I had to do physical. I had to
Give
do
me
all
see your
that stuff.
boxing license.
Well, I don't have anything on me
You have
right
a
now.
boxing license?
Yeah, I had to do that for that fight because we had to sign whatever the contract was. We had to sign. All right, you're not going to wear headgear this fight. It's gonna be a 4-round fight. This isn't a 1 minute. None. It was a 4-round fight, and it was hard, but we got the job done.
How'd you get your opponent then?
How do I get my opponent? It was the promoter was fighting opponents. The guy wanted to fight me. He was out of LA. I never heard of him, and yeah, he thought he could beat me. He didn't beat me.
So, and who got you this next opponent?
This next opponent, the promoter. I signed a 3-fight deal with him out in LA, and yeah, they're gonna help me get where I want to go. And where I want to go is next year on the zone, and on the zone. You know, that's what we always talked about. I always told you about where I want to go.
Zone.
The zone is where the fight RyanGarcia fights on, Canelo fights on. The zone is that Staples Center. Yeah, it's the biggest. Yeah, the zone subscription. It's like $20 a month. It's the biggest where you could fight, and no one in Sacramento, no one can say they fought on the zone. No one can really even say they fought on Fight TV. So for me I got to get these next few fights out of the way, keep building me up, keep learning. Next year, the zone, and that's the dream that I want. And I know I could be on that big platform in front of everyone and still win. I got to work hard, and I do work hard.
So you didn't. I don't get that. Okay, I mean, the world is changing. Because I know to turn pro here in the United States, you had to go to California. Oh, actually, in California, every state has its own. Its own stuff.
It's just I'm just doing everything backwards. I'm doing everything different. I mean, I didn't have an amateur background, so me fighting these guys, whether they have boxing experience or not, I still have to fight them. It's just I'm doing a lot of things backwards. It's different. It's the new era of boxing, and I'm been winning. I work hard. I work hard, so I just got to keep winning.
No,
I got to keep winning.
This. Let me tell you something about Albert. Albert will do anything you tell Albert to do per training. He doesn't play. He trains hard. He's actually a really good. If you're a trainer out there and you wanted someone to train that was dedicated, that'd be him. He's a very dedicated fighter. You are. That I can't take it from you. I will never bullshit you in any way, shape, or form. If I see something, you may not like what I say, but I'm not going to lie to you.
For sure.
There's some times I'll think, oh no, damn dude, they're good, and I'll never say nothing about. I call it as I sees it. For sure. Just because my eyes see it, it may not see it your way, and mine might not be right, but to me, I am. I'm not going to lie to you. Mm-hmm. So for his training, if you're a trainer and you tell him to go run 100 miles, that fool will run 100 miles. If you tell him to hit a bag for 3 hours straight, he'll hit a bag for 3 hours straight. He might be dead, but he'll still do it. That I give you 100% for. So you have the work ethic to do it. You do have that,
and the discipline.
You do.
I think I have everything I have everything what it takes to become a great fighter and be the best I can be coming out of Sacramento, coming out of anywhere. I feel like I have everything I have the attention on social media. I have the work ethic. I'm disciplined. I don't smoke. I don't drink. And I'm in the gym every single day. And I'm doing a lot of things that a lot of these guys aren't doing. Whether they're a pro, whether they have a high amateur background, they're still drinking every weekend. As a fighter, you're not supposed to do that. If you want to be the best. Floyd never did that. I mean, there's a lot of great fighters that did the impossible, like what you said. You did the impossible. You were doing things no one was doing. And I feel like I could do that in this new era of boxing. And I am doing it. Look at everyone I've worked with.
You say this new era of boxing. What do you mean by that?
New era of boxing, it's not, the old school boxing era anymore. You know that. That's why you don't like boxing. Yeah. So now you don't have to go the amateur background to get a big money fight. You don't. You know that. I mean, Floyd Mayweather just fought a YouTuber, made $20 million each. And it was a pro fight. I mean, you know what I mean? It was a 4-round or a 6-round pro fight. Made $20 million. 30 years ago, you could never do that. Even 10 years ago in HBO time, couldn't even do that when Floyd was fighting, or all these Broner and everyone. No one can do that. So for me on the route I'm going, I think I can do that. I mean, every fight has gone good. I mean, I've improved a lot, and more people are believing in me. More fake people are coming around me. You know that. You told me that from the gate.
It's gonna be like that your whole career.
I have a question.
Yeah.
For Tony.
Yeah.
Fundamentally, does he have what it takes to get to where he just said he wants to go? Does he have the tools? You said he has the drive. You said he has the the willpower? Is he fundamental? Does he have the fundamentals to be great?
I don't know yet. You know, from what I've seen, he has improved, but you know, from what I've seen, I don't know. Watch. In all honesty, I can say as of right now, no. But he's only got 4 fights.
Yeah.
I didn't have it in 3 and 4 fights. It takes time. You have to let you have to let it simmer. You know what I mean? Let it soak for a second. You know, let all this fighting stuff. You have to get used to it. If you really want to take it to that level, what you have to get used to, my man, for real, is getting hit.
For sure.
And part of my friends, but getting hit really fucking hard.
For sure.
You're gonna have to get used to it.
And
you have to suck it up and deal with it. And then you're gonna have to come up with. You have to have that face that it didn't hurt.
Correct.
Even inside, you're going, holy crap.
Yeah.
The Molina fight comes to mind when I say that. I got a blown eye socket in the second round. It hurt so bad, he hit my shoulder and made my head rattle and it hurt. But after a while, the pain went away. I think that happened in the second round. I think in the third or fourth round. Mm-hmm. In the fourth or fifth round, he hit me with so many punches. I thought the referee was hitting me because I couldn't see him. But I think in the third round, I got a cut over this side. So I had blood in this side. This side was 100% closed. And I kept going. Mm-hmm. I always thought, hey, I got a puncher's chance and I can get lucky. Yeah. Really, that's really what I thought. Actually, in the ninth round, they told me I won the ninth round. The only reason why I won the ninth round, because I still couldn't see, is because he was so tired of kicking my ass. He got tired. He was literally tired. 10th round, I get hit with 2 jabs and he stopped the fight. But with you, you know, you're gonna have to get used to getting hit. For sure, yeah. And you're gonna have to get used to getting hit really hard. Yeah. And when you make a mistake, you have to learn how to readjust that mistake during the fight. Correct. So there's a lot of things. Now, can he do it today? Can he go out today and win a world title? No. Can he go out today and fight one of the top 10s in the world and be successful? No. Well, I don't know. You gotta see some of the top 10 in the world, maybe. But to be honest, most likely not. It takes experience. That's how they got there, through experience. In today's boxing, who knows? But to be real and to be a fighter, it takes experience. Right. It's going to take and the only time you really learn is when was the most time you learned in this boxing thing that you're doing? I mean, what's the most you've ever learned? What do you mean? What fight taught you the most?
My last one, we had a 9-week camp. I had to do strength and conditioning every morning. I had to make sure everything was on point. I dropped 2 weight classes, 147.
And you think you learned the most from that fight? I
believe so. Yeah, because
let me tell you when you learned the most.
What?
Your first fight, when you lost.
Okay.
Want me to tell you why? You learned you need a new trainer. You learned what you need to do something there, or you needed a trainer. You learned that you need to start doing different things, and you've gotten better.
Yeah.
So you learned the most from your first fight. The only time you really learn anything in boxing is when you lose. Or when you're sparring and you're getting hit by things you shouldn't get hit. That's when you start to learn. When you're sparring and you say, "Oh, I can beat up my sparring partner," you're not telling me anything. That's telling me you're sparring with guys that can't fight at all. Mm-hmm. When you say, "Hey, man, you know what? I got clocked really good, but you know it's because I had my hand down."
Yeah.
And so he tried to do it again, but I blocked him, hooked him. I slipped, I bobbing and we got doing all. That means you're learning something. So when you come out and tell me, "Hey, man, yeah, I'm whooping his butt and I'm kicking his butt,"
I didn't say that.
No, I'm not saying you did, but I'm just saying when people come out and start saying, "Oh, I'm whooping this and I'm doing this and sparring was easy," that means you're not sparring good enough.
For sure.
You know, I'm gonna tell all you fighters that want to be fighters and or training or maybe you're training and you're sparring, but you don't want to fight. That's fine too. But the only way you're really going to get boxing and get better at boxing is spar up.
Yeah.
Don't spar evenly. Don't spar down. Maybe when you get really good, you can help someone out by sparring down. Because when you spar better and you're getting your ass kicked, then you understand. Then you'll start to understand why you're getting hit because you're not moving your head. You're not keeping your hands up. You're not doing this. You're not doing that. Then you learn. And then once you're done sparring, you go back out in the gym, you hit the bag, and you shadow box, and you start doing you start learning how to fix what you did wrong in that in the ring that day. That's how you really learn boxing.
Yeah,
And you know,
for sure.
and so if you can, you know, don't always. I'm not saying you are, but I'm just saying, don't always try to look so shiny and sparring. You should always, while you're sparring, always try your best.
Yeah, for sure.
But what I'm saying is, spar up. You know,
I've
spar with
always
somebody
said
that might kick your butt.
Yeah.
Spar with somebody that's going to teach you something, because you're not going to really learn anything from someone that's not doing anything or someone that's less than you.
Correct.
So spar with somebody that's going to give you some problems.
Yeah.
You know why? Because you're going to learn. If you really want to box, that's what you do.
Yeah.
You know, man, I've had my ass kicked a million times in the gym.
No, for
There's
sure.
people that go, how in the hell did you do it? I used to beat you up in the gym. And you're right. You know, because in the gym, it wasn't a fight. You know, in the gym, I'm still trying to figure stuff out. I'm still learning.
Yeah.
You know, there's no shame in taking an ass whoop in the gym.
No.
It's because you're learning.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if a world champion says, "Oh, no," because it's a fact. For me, that's how I got to be where I was.
For sure, yeah.
Because you learn in the gym every day, or you're supposed to.
Yeah.
Every time you beat someone up, you didn't learn anything.
I know.
You know, but when you take an ass kicking,
you learn a lot.
You learn a lot. You know.
Yeah.
So you know, my thing would do. Remember, we talked about this when I was training you.
Wow.
You asked me, why am I training with these guys? These guys are already pretty good amateurs. Remember that?
Okay.
And I said, because I want you to spar up.
Okay.
That's why we did it.
For sure.
And now you can probably understand what I'm talking about.
Well, yeah, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah. No, you should start somewhere. Spar up. Always spar. Watch. When I say always spar up, I mean majority of the time. You know, if you want to spar evenly, you want to help somebody out, you want to spar down a little bit, go ahead, help somebody. You know, somebody helped you. You know, so always help somebody else.
Yeah.
But when you're getting ready for a fight, you never spar down. You never spar evenly. You spar with people that can whoop your ass, because that's when you're gonna learn the most. Yeah. And don't ever be ashamed to take an ass whoop in the gym. Yeah, you know, hey man, look, everybody does it. Everybody takes one.
For sure.
You know, let me finish. I got some questions. I got some more questions here. Okay. So how did you first go about? And I'm going to say the celebrity boxing because you started with celebrity boxing. Okay. So when you started celebrity boxing, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that go, man, I want to do that. They want to be just like you.
There's a lot of
people, so there's going, yeah. So how did you do it? Who'd you contact? How'd you get that number?
I mean, it's just something that I always wanted to do. I mean, I knew I can't go the basic amateur route. You know, I knew I have to start somewhere. I mean, networking is number one.
Yeah, and
I finally met the right people, and then he was like, "Hey,
who are the right people?"
The promoter for Celebrity Boxing Organization. I mean, David Feldman. I mean, he was a pro boxer. I mean, his brother owns bare knuckle cage fighting. I mean, he gave me an opportunity, and I won. And from there, it's been really good.
So there you have it. See, that's what I'm trying to get at you. Who would, if there's someone out there that says, "Hey, man, I want to be a celebrity boxer. I want to do this or that," or how do I fight a celebrity boxer?
But it's not about. I mean, it's just there's thousands of promotions that are. You don't have to be a celebrity. There's thousands of promotions that are, some know about, some don't. You know.
Really? Even I didn't know that.
I mean, there's a lot of promotions that fighters can go right now too.
No. Like just anybody.
Just anybody.
Really?
If the promoter sees you're sellable, why wouldn't they want that? Why wouldn't they want you to? If you have some training background and you get licensed and everything, yeah, anyone can get on any promotion. It's about who you are, how much you want it. Yeah.
I don't know. That sounds like a big liability for a promoter.
Well, if a promoter knows you. If
I promoted fights, I would never do that.
If a promoter knows, so if you're a promoter and you know this guy can make you $1 million, you're not going to want to sign him.
Wait. So I'm talking about the guys.
No, I know. Anyone can be a boxer. I believe.
Yeah,
anyone,
but
you know.
I mean, don't sell false dreams. I mean, anybody that's watching this today can't go, "Oh, I can make $1 million." Make a call.
I don't think it's a false dream though. Everything starts with a dream. Everything does. I always wanted.
Yeah, no. What I'm saying is, for the people out here today, they're going to say, "How do I get into it?" So you say, "Oh, just call so and so and so and so."
It's just about networking. I mean, if you speak it to existence, that's everything. It doesn't matter who you get in contact with. I think is the first thing to do is speak it into existence, and then figure out a right team, and then put the hard work in, and that's it.
Okay, but how do you get the right team?
That's on you. For
Okay,
me,
well,
how I got the right team.
yeah.
You do your homework. You see who was successful in it, and you know.
Who'd you see that was successful in it?
Well, I mean, I called you up. You know, I asked you.
No,
you know,
but you were already celebrity boxing. But see,
yeah.
how did you do it? I wouldn't even know how to do it.
Exactly. I mean, yeah,
How-
it's just networking, putting your mind to something. No matter what, you put your mind to something, it's gonna happen. And
who was the first
you know,
person you contacted for celebrity? Let's say someone out there today wants to fight. I don't know.
Okay.
Name somebody that
Okay.
anybody.
I mean,
Yeah,
social media. I mean, you
Yeah,
have to look it
social
up.
media
Yeah.
king. So let's say I want to fight a social media king.
Okay.
What do I have to do?
It's not about what you have to do. It's about like how you go about things. I mean,
Okay, so how do I go about it?
Well, how I went about things, you know, it's networking, putting your face out there, training. You have to be marketable, you know. You have to meet the right people.
Okay,
I
but
was blessed
who are
enough.
the right people?
I was blessed enough to meet a lot of right people.
You're not trying to tell me, are you?
Well, no. I mean, there's a lot of things.
So what he wants to say,
Like right now-
you cause friction on the internet. That's how you beat people. You start calling people out. It's easy to fight anybody now. It's easy to get to where he wants to go. How we got to where we wanted to go is different now. It's all about these phones, bro.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
World-
Really?
I mean-
Is it really that?
I mean, look at Jake Paul. I mean, he's making millions of dollars. He was never.
Conspiracy sells.
Yeah.
I mean, but it wasn't even about controversy. It's just about, you know, Jake
no,
Paul.
I was just trying to help someone out there that's watching this show.
Well, yeah, no, I know. The
How-
first
how-
thing
how do they
is
do it?
the first thing is speak it into existence. If you believe in God, pray about it. You know, work hard, find the right people who you want in your corner, and that's exactly what I did. And day by day, everything's gotten better. I've only gotten up from when I first.
Okay,
Back up, y'all.
Okay, so watch
Oh,
this. Okay, so watch this. Here, okay, that was thank you for that. But so here's what I was trying to get. I keep going around it.
Oh, look it
He
up right
just mentioned it. If you're out there and you want to fight a celebrity or you're a celebrity and you want to box, you want to get on that celebrity boxing stuff, put it out there. Put it on Instagram, right? Put it on social media. Get it out there that you want to fight. Start calling people out, I guess, right? Am I right?
So what's the chance of a celebrity boxer becoming a pro boxer and making it? Do you think I think he has it. I've been watching. I don't want to give my opinion. I'm not a boxer. Do you think he has a chance to become a pro fighter and making money at it?
To be honest, I'll never say no to nobody. Everybody has a chance. It depends on you.
Yeah.
Okay, watch. Okay. I think here's the best way for you, because you train hard. I give it to you 1,000%. If I told you to jump off the Empire State Building to win a fight, you'd do it. Because for him, he's dedicated to what he really wants. But watch this. Dedication isn't everything to winning fights. You have to fight the right fights. And you know, starting off like he did is okay. You know, being a celebrity boxer, if that's your thing, that's still okay. I'm not saying,
but that's not my thing.
okay. Hold on. But that's okay.
Yeah,
because
for
you got
sure.
it's like amateurs. You got to start somewhere. I was an amateur for 10 years. Hello, I had some boxing experience. Well, he's getting his boxing experience. It's kind of like the amateurs.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, call it what you want. Celebrity boxing, not celebrity boxing, whatever.
Yeah.
But that's your experience that he's gaining.
Yeah.
Now, can he actually win a world title? I'm never going to say no. I'll just say, as of right now, you never know. Watch, anything can happen.
No, for sure.
Isn't that a trainer's? Doesn't a trainer want somebody as dedicated as you just said Howard is to be up under them? Like, you couldn't train me because me and you would be fighting all the time because I'm hard-headed and I'm not going to listen. You just said he does everything, jumps off of cliffs. That's what a trainer wants in his fighter, isn't it?
Yeah, no, and he does. As a student of boxing, he's an A++. I'm not going to even lie. You know, if he can just stay focused in what he's doing, and you have to just stay focused on what you're doing. Would you win a world title? I don't know.
But to answer his question, can I be a high-class professional athlete? I can. I believe I can. I'm on my way to it.
Well, watch this.
And I have everything what it takes to do.
That's right. And so watch. All you gotta do is believe in yourself. I'm not going to be the one that says no, you can't. You never know. Watch this. I became a 3-time world champion. Who would ever thunk that? Nobody.
Mhm.
You know, nobody thunk it. And believe me, when coming up, I heard it a million times that I couldn't do it. You do what you want to do. This is your world, it's your life. And if you're out there, and if you listen to this podcast right now, watch. He's following a dream. I'm not going to kill his dream. You never know. You could do it. You could do anything you put your mind.
Well, a
to.
lot of people didn't even think I would win my last fight.
That's right. So and like I've always said, I'll be the first person to tell you that you can do it. I'll be the last person to tell you that you can't do it, because you can do anything you put your mind to. I think your mind's a very powerful tool that people don't really use or have anymore, but they don't use it,
Mm-hmm.
But but if you're talking physical and knowledge wise, no, not right now. You're not going to go out there and win a world title today, especially at 140 pounds.
Not right now. No, not right now.
But yeah, but you never know. Let's say in about a year. Let's say he does it. Okay. Well, he learned a lot in a year. So, I mean, I can't say he will. I can't say he won't. I'll just say, hey, if you keep training, it gives you a chance.
Well, yeah, I believe. Well, whether you believe it or not, or anyone who don't believe it, I believe in it, and I think that's what starts. That's what it starts. Yeah,
right. I'm not saying I don't believe.
No, I know, but the doubt. You do have some doubt. I mean, a lot of people doubt me.
No, I don't have no doubt. You do what you want to do.
No, I know. Yeah.
Like I said, I'll never doubt you. Right now, could you do it? No. If you went there and fought the world champion at 140 pounds,
for sure. Well, anyone, you can say that with anyone. Any pro fighter here in Sacramento, they won't be.
It ain't gonna happen. But in a year from now, dude, honestly, you work hard.
I think I'm the hardest worker in our city, in our hometown. I'm the hardest worker.
You never know. You could probably do it. I don't know. I'm not going to tell you no.
I know.
That's for sure.
I have everything what it takes to do.
Yeah, I know you work hard. So I'm going to go off that. I know you work hard.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're dedicated to doing what you need to do. If you can do it, more power to you.
Yeah. Well, you didn't think I was going to win my last fight. Or the last fights without you?
No. I honestly, I really didn't keep track. Honestly, because I was too busy. I was working. Honestly, that being honest. As a matter of fact, the reason why I didn't watch your last fight, I forgot what I was doing, but I was busy. I'm always busy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always doing stuff for the community. I'm either doing that. I'm working. I'm doing something. So, and I really missed it. But people told me like the next day, because I asked. And they told me that you want to go. And I think someone sent me the film. I forgot. Someone sent me the film on it. And I go, okay. So, I'm busy too, So, I mean, my thing is this. You're doing good. You looked okay.
Okay.
Boxing is a long journey. It's not a short journey.
I know that.
So just prepare in for the long haul and you'll be all right.
Yeah.
Watch. You can do anything you put your mind to.
Correct.
Don't let anybody say you can't. And so, if that's your dream, hey man, climb that mountain. Go for it.
Thank you.
And more power to you. Hey man, I'll watch this. Every fight that you fight, I'm not going to say you're going to win. I'm definitely not going to put it against you. I'm not going to say you're not, because you are determined. The most dangerous man in the world is a determined man.
For sure.
It really is. So, I've been there before. I was that determined motherfucker that says, today ain't nobody kicking my ass.
Correct.
And if you keep that in your mind realm, when you get in that ring, like I told you, that's your house.
Yeah.
Remember that first fight we came out? I said, this is your house.
Mm-hmm.
We're in Florida, but you own the house.
Yeah.
Right? You went out there and you did exactly what I asked you to do.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do exactly what your trainers tell you to do, you should be fine.
Yes.
So more power to you. Well, I got a couple questions. Let me have a couple more questions, because I had written these out before we got together.
Mm-hmm.
And get off your phone. So watch this. Okay. Okay. Well, I know, and we've already talked about, but you already basically told us how you prepare for a fight.
It's kind of cold. I'm cold. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have an option to choose your fights? What if someone came to you and say, hey, we got a fight for you, this guy fight? Can you say no to that?
I can. Yeah.
You can now because you've got 3 wins under your belt, or you can right away?
I think I can now just because I'm a winner. You know, I've put in the work. I'm marketable. That's one thing people don't understand. If you're not marketable, you could be the best fighter in the world. You know, but I feel like I am marketable. So right now, I think I have a lot of say-so on who I fight now.
Okay. So we talked about your daily routine for fights. Okay. Here's something we didn't talk about. When you have an opponent, this next opponent you have, who is it?
Some dude out of Alabama. He has some boxing experience.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm gonna get the job done. I feel like I'm gonna stop him. I really do believe it.
Okay. Have you seen him fight?
Yeah, I've seen him. There's a lot of sparring videos on him. He's not just a bum that just came into the gym wants to get, he has some boxing experience. So yeah, it's gonna test me a little bit, but I'm determined to win, and I know I'm gonna win.
So what's his name?
Well, I don't want to announce it just yet because we can't announce it yet.
Okay.
Yeah, but he does have some boxing experience. No, he has some boxing experience, and I feel like I'm gonna stop him. I have everything better than him. I'm bigger, longer, more experienced. Well, yeah, I feel like I'm just gonna be the better fighter, and I'm gonna stop him.
Okay. Okay. When all this boxing is over, because it's going to end sometime.
Correct.
Maybe 10 years, maybe 2 years, maybe 1 year. Who knows?
Okay.
But when it's over, what do you want your memory to be of this era in your life?
Boxing?
No, this whole era, this whole boxing.
I just want to show people you could do anything you want to do. For me, it's not normal just to say, hey, I want to pick up gloves and start boxing. That is not normal, and people doubt me all the time. There's people that don't like me. That. There's a lot of trainers that don't like me. There's gym owners that don't like me. There's a lot of people that want to see me fail and see me succeed. And I want to show people, the youth, the adults, anyone, that you can do anything you put your mind to. And I'm doing that. I'm doing everything what people think I can't do, and I'm doing everything people say I can do. So,
okay. Yeah. And then the last question, I guess we kind of went over this, but just in perspective, a real short convo on how do you get to where there's people out there that go, man, I want to do what he's doing, but how do I do it? They have no clue. Like me, I know you and I still don't have a clue. I trained you and I still don't have a clue, So how do you I guess just get on the internet and start talking smack, right?
Well, I don't talk smack. I
know.
I just, like I said, I see where I need to go. You have to put together a plan. I mean, believe in yourself, and then everything else will fall in together.
So like if I want to become a celebrity boxer, do I call celebrity boxing people or go to them online and say, hey, I want to fight so-and-so on your next show?
I mean, you can go to any promotion. For me, that was just one of the big promotions that gave me an opportunity. And I was like, okay, let's see what you got.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying
you can go to any promotion,
that's the only one I know.
Yeah.
So if I'm not, but
I'm saying there's a lot of promotions. I mean, Nazar Promotions, you can go to, anyone can go to him and say, hey, can I get a fight? I mean, anyone can go to anyone.
No, you can't. You have to be a pro to.
Well, yeah, I know you have to do the steps, but anyone can go to anyone and say, will you give me a chance? It's whether that promoter believes in you, when you have the right team around and you put in the work.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
It makes it sound, well, see, no, because I'm talking, well, okay.
Well, remember, Nazar said if I wanted to be on his card, and even if I fought with Hager or not, he said, yeah, he would give it because he knows it would sell. When you were my trainer, remember?
Yeah.
Okay. And that was a professional promoter and promotion team. So anyone can go to anyone if you have the right marketing and the right work ethic. And if you want to be a boxer, like anyone can go to anyone. I can go to the president right now and be his best friend if I put my mind to it. I mean, you can do anything you want in this world.
Oh, I think that too, to a point. But man, boxing has changed, man. You know what? Back when I was fighting, it was kind of like you had to prove yourself.
We have to prove yourself, and I feel like I could still prove myself. I have a lot to prove every day, but the fact that I'm still fighting and still training and doing everything that no one's doing, like look at the people I'm around. I'm around world-class athletes that believe in me. Not many people could say that in the beginning of their career. I had you believe in me. No, not many people start with a world champion as their trainer.
It's not that I don't believe you. I just told you.
But if you
work hard.
Yeah. But I'm saying,
anybody can do it, you can do it because you work so hard.
Yeah, and then the people I'm around, you surround yourself with successful people. You know what I mean? Like, I have my friend. He just won a world championship fight. Like for me to be in boxing only a few years, I'm doing a lot that a lot of people aren't doing, and I'm making a lot of noise that no boxer is really getting talked about, like how I'm getting talked about. In our hometown or in general, I feel like because I'm doing everything different, and it is different. You know, who else is more people want to see me fight than a lot of these pros, and I'm considered not a real pro or whatever, however you want to put it. I mean, am I wrong?
I don't know. You won't know until you fight.
Yeah.
You know, you won't know until you won't really know that answer to that question on the real until you actually fight in Sacramento. Some people show up.
Yeah.
Because but see, you're that guy. See, I learned a lot from you about the internet stuff, and I'll tell you what, you have a huge following. You really do, and you taught me a little bit about it. I haven't forgot everything.
Yeah,
You know,
I know.
there's still don't remember everything, but you taught me a lot, and so you know, we can both learn from each other.
We taught each other a lot.
Yeah,
I think we made a lot of noise.
yeah.
And I think we could have went far. I mean, look everything we were doing. If I wasn't a real athlete or putting the work, no one was getting talked about when we were a team. No one was doing what I was doing.
But you know what? I don't have time.
I know.
That's my
but time
that's
or
my
not,
honest
you know?
answer.
I know.
I really don't.
I know.
You know,
and that's fine.
You know why? Because I know how hard work. It's hard work. It ain't easy.
So
if to do what he's doing and the way he's doing, it's not easy. I know you want to be a real fighter. I know that, and you're working your butt off to do it. And let me tell you, I'm telling you right now, you're gonna have to work a lot harder.
I know.
I know, but watch, and I know you're working your ass off now, but that's just the beginning.
Correct.
You're gonna work a lot harder. There's gonna be days. I don't give a shit if they're paying you $500, $1 million a fight. You're gonna be going, they're not paying me enough. I'm working my ass. This ain't enough money for this shit. And there's been many times, and I didn't get nowhere near $1 million for I think my biggest paydays were $750. You know, and I'm thinking, shit, they're not paying me enough money for this fight because I was working that hard.
Yeah.
You know, and you got to do it day in, day out, 3 times a day. And my thing was I didn't eat for days. You know, try working out 3 times a day, busting your ass and not being able to work because you get weaker.
Yeah.
But you got to perform every single time. You know, so you know, for me there was times like that. So it's a tough road. It's not easy.
No, for sure.
But and you know, on the road you're doing it on your own. You basically do it on your own, and you're kind of running the whole show. And so I congratulate you because you're doing a good job. You really are. All bullshit aside, hey man, you're doing what you want to do. And so, you know, I only wish the best for you. You know, go out there and handle your business, man.
There's a question on the screen from Carlos Orozco.
Okay.
Tony, will you ever come back making a celebrity boxing appearance?
If it was with Chavez.
What Chavez?
Julio Cesar Chavez.
Oh, okay. Another one more question for you and Albert. Okay, so you just made it clear. Albert made it clear. It's obvious he loves you. A lot of people in Sacramento love you. You're a legend here. He really wants you to train him. You just said you don't have the time. Would you consider being in his corner at any of his fights?
Yeah, that would be different. But watch. Now we're getting into a different aspect because I only know he can do what I taught him to do. I don't know what he's training like now. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's like anymore. I don't even know if I sit there and say, hey man, look, you need to do this. You need to step this way and do this one and sidestep him here. I don't know if he can do that because I'm not training him. So it'd be worthless for me to be in this corner unless I'm your bucket guy. Here, spit here, you know. You ain't doing and I'm doing the bucket guy.
No, I know.
You know.
Yeah.
So and that's really because you know trainers train differently. So the best person to have in your corner is your trainer because he knows you. You know, and so whoever's training you at that time, that's the man that needs to be in your corner.
No, for sure. And I believe I have good trainers now. I mean, you know, Vicente Escobedo. I mean,
yeah, no, he's a good guy.
He went farther, or he went the farthest after you.
Yeah,
Golden Boy fought Broner, fought Guerrero. You know, he did a lot.
Yeah,
it was in the HBO era. You know, and he's teaching me a lot to box, move. He was an Olympian. You know, it's just different styles. You know,
right.
So.
I mean, it's all good. You should learn. You should learn almost every style, and you know, learning more styles is always a good thing. It's never a bad thing.
Yeah.
Just never forget what you've learned from the other guys. Put it all together and you use what works for you. If it doesn't work for you, throw it away. but you got to try it 1,000 times because it's boxing, and you ain't going to get everything the first 100 times.
For sure.
So you got to try it a few thousand times. The shit don't work after 1,000 times, throw the shit away.
Yeah.
It ain't going to work for you. So not everything I taught you is going to work for you. Not everything that Escobedo's going to teach you is going to work for you. So you got to take what works and throw what doesn't.
Yeah.
And that's with everybody.
Yeah.
So
I got you.
that concludes our day. Hey man, it was great talking to you,
Yeah,
brother.
fun.
It was
How do we reach you on your social media?
Alvaro Cho 05 on everything. Facebook, Instagram. Yeah. Give it a follow. Watch my next
If you haven't
fight.
already liked,
Oh yeah, if you haven't already, hit the like button, like it. If you make a comment, and don't forget to subscribe, hit that subscribe button so you can be alerted that, hey man, look, because here's what we do. We talk about a little bit of this and a little bit of that with everybody and anybody. Thank you very much. This is 12 Rounds of Drilling with Tony the Tiger Lopez.
Tony Orozco says Tony keeps it 100 all the time ever since I see him talk. I love that about him.
Thank you, brother. You know how I am.